Good morning, Light and Eagles. Can you believe we're almost a month away from a new year? This school year is flying by.
And with the new year comes a new yearbook. Underclassmen, remember that the last 2 days before Thanksgiving break, you'll take your yearbook photos during PE and after school if you miss it.
Seniors, mark your calendars. Your yearbook photos are scheduled for January 13th and 14th, and with makeup day on January 21st during lunch.
For those interested in purchasing photos, head over to hrimagings.com to pre-order.
If you want to make your mark on the yearbook, Lighten students can submit photos from their clubs or sports. Just search Yearbook Snap on Google and use the West Lighten code EAGLES to submit.
And speaking of making a difference, Leiden has been involved in some incredible community efforts lately.
That's right. On Thanksgiving, Leiden High School will be hosting around 100 Navy recruits from the Great Lakes Naval Station. Buses will bring the recruits down from Waukegan, and they'll get to enjoy a full Thanksgiving meal from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Such a great way to show our appreciation. And Leiden students have been stepping up in other ways too. Just last month, October 30th, the Leiden cheerleaders volunteered at Feed My Starving Children, where they packed 79 boxes of food.
Those boxes were Moving to a story that's close to home and in honor of Veterans Day, we'd like to bring some stories about our armed forces and our very own annual Veterans Day concert.
This past Thursday, the Leiden Music Department held its annual Veterans Day concert. This is a day when we thank and honor those who serve for our country, and the Leiden Music Department has been honoring our local veterans with a concert for several years now. This year's Veterans Day concert was led by the new Music Department Chair, Mr. Walker. He commented on the importance of this event, saying,
I think it's important because it's not only about representing and celebrating all of the different veterans across our country who have served, but I think it also helps educate our own students and to show them how important it is to recognize those that had fought for us and for this country. And so it's nice to have the education side of the concert because I think along the way we've really discovered and learned different things about some of our local veterans that our own students didn't necessarily realize before, or what maybe some of their efforts had looked like. And so I think it's a big part of our program because we get to see the outside perspective.
While this event wasn't always a part of the Leiden community, it has grown to be an annual celebration honoring our local veterans.
So several years ago, Mr. Miller, the previous band director, actually was somebody who was spearheading this whole effort to create a veterans concert, and in some ways it's also a ceremony too, so there's multiple parts to this performance that we put together.
We at WLTV would like to thank our veterans for their service. If you missed out on this concert, make sure to check out the Leiden Music Department's Music of the Holidays concert on December 17th. For WLTV, this is Marissa Ramirez and Mia Herrera signing off.
Women joining the military has highly increased over the years. Going back to 1980s, women in the military was only 8.5%. As of now, the percentage went up by 9 more percent, which allowed women to feel more comfortable joining the male predominantly world. And here we have Jackie Martinez, senior at West Leiden High School, speaking more about joining the military.
I think the biggest challenge that a female faces is the physical part, because not a lot of females tend to work out, or they're just scared about having to be yelled at. I feel like if you know you're going to join the military with whatever branch you're going to join, it's just going to be a tough task in general. I don't think it matters on the gender of who should join, just on your reasoning, and if it's really something that you want, you should do it. I feel like a lot of people are scared to ask questions and go to a recruiting office. I do stay motivated. I don't think anything is ever too challenging in life. I feel like you can always overcome something sooner or later, and it's all just mental.
Women are either equal to men in physical training or up by 1%.
And don't be scared to go to the recruiting office. Again, they're just there to give you information, help you out, see if it's something for you, and it might be, it might not, and that just depends on you. Yes.
To find further information, you could call Sergeant Lissandro, a recruiter for the Marines in Bensonville, or go on Leiden homepage for several contact information about military options.
Thanks to all our veterans, and a big thank you to Mia and Mari for bringing us a highlight of the concert. It's always inspiring to see our community come together and honor those who have served.
Heard about Ruby Reyes?
Oh yeah, I have.
She's one of our seniors and an impressive entrepreneur.
Ruby's beautiful bouquet is already waving around the school. Danya was able to catch up with Ruby to talk about her journey.
Okay. Hi, my name is Ruby Reyes and I'm a senior at West Leiden. Small business owner Ruby Reyes shares how her dedication to work and make money bloomed her interest to start her own flower business while still in school at the same time.
So my parents didn't let me work, like they didn't let me go to work, but I still needed to make money, so I decided to open a flower business.
From that, Ruby got to work on learning how to make flowers using TikTok to help guide her in the early stages of her business.
I saw a bunch of tutorials on TikTok and then I learned from there. So there's this girl on TikTok named G's Flowers, and she shows tutorials on how to make flowers, so it inspired me to make them.
While making money and gaining success is important to some, Ruby prioritizes schoolwork in order to stay on top of her academics. She also shares what she thinks is important skills for someone to have in order to run a small business.
I tend to take only one order, that's as much as I could do so that I could prioritize school but still make money on the side. I think somebody has to have a lot of patience and time management, since you're doing your work on your own and you don't have like a set schedule.
In the future, Ruby plans to continue to flourish her flower business into something bigger. She goes on to share her goals for the future.
My goals for getting out of high school is to one day open a flower shop on the side of my career.
Luckily for students, Leiden offers many classes to show students how to get into business and marketing, and gives them a taste of what the field is like before pursuing it. She uses Instagram to help promote her products and bring in customers.
You can find my page by searching on Instagram, Ramos by Ruby, and that's where I market most of my flowers.
There are many different pathways for you to choose, and the business route may be for you. From WLTV, this is Danya.
With wintertime coming, it is important to enjoy the sunlight that we still have, because depression rises 10 and 20% during the winter season due to a low amount of vitamin C and overall sunlight. Here's Mr. Truesdale, a therapist and social worker here at Leiden. He's here to talk about how beneficial nature can be for the whole mind.
So movement's number one. I think the exposure to sunlight is really good for our mental health and physical health too.
Mr. Truesdale says that in nature you can see the natural beauty outside, and the sun creates a mood booster called serotonin that helps with depression. And nature can also connect people to something that is bigger than us.
According to studies in the National Library of Medicine, they have shown that our minds and bodies relax in a natural setting. This increases feelings of pleasure and can help us concentrate and focus more efficiently.
And so when we go outdoors, we sort of unplug from that, and we can take things at a slower pace. We can relax more. Yeah, I think if you have a habit of doing it in the summer and maybe early fall, you're more likely to do it in the winter. So yeah, I think that habit can spill over into winter.
This is Ivan Perez, a West Leiden senior who likes to go out in nature with his friends.
And I generally think that it's a good idea to go out maybe in the fall, only because it's a perfect weather and it's not like winter where it's going to be all sad and gloomy, when it gets dark quicker.
According to an article, depression rises from 10 to 20% during the wintertime. Do you think that is true?
I would. There's not really much that you can do during the wintertime. I mean, you're pretty much inside at home, or maybe just at school. There's not really much to do outside, maybe Christmas tree lighting, but other than that, there's not really much. Let's be honest, who wants to go walk in -0 degrees? I don't think anyone would. Long jacket, thick pants, snow boots. No one wants to do that.
According to Michelle Kondo, a research social scientist with the USDA, she says that many of the benefits afforded to us by green spaces partially results from more opportunities to be more active. Being in outdoor green spaces can also increase a person's motivation. For WLTV, this is Jaden
And Kian.
and we hope to see you out on the trails.
Hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thanks, Danya, for giving us an insight into Ruby's business journey. And thank you, Keen and Jaden, for sharing how something as simple as a hike can make such a difference in our mental health.
Let's congratulate our boys soccer team, who wrapped up a fantastic season this year. Here's Maddie to take a look back at their journey and their achievements.
This year's soccer team had an amazing season, with the boys winning 19 out of 22 games. Today I will focus on the senior boys along with Mr. Valentis and how they felt playing for the last time with their varsity team.
I'm Mark Valentis. I'm the boys soccer coach here at Leiden.
I'm Yadier De La Cruz, and I'm a senior at West Leiden.
I'm Jesus Ramos, and I'm a senior at West Leiden.
I've been playing since I was 6, and I've been on varsity for 4 years.
I've been playing since I was 5, and I've been on varsity for 2 years.
I've been coaching the varsity here for 18 years, but I've been coaching for 27 years.
I play right back, left back.
And I play striker.
Last year encouraged us to do better this year. I mean, it didn't end the way we wanted to, but it definitely encouraged us to move on to next year.
I'll say, yeah, like the way we ended last year, we saw the spark the team had, and to know next year it was going to be a team full of seniors that grown up together and played together all their life, so we knew it was going to be something special.
Yachty was one of the 3 players that have been on varsity since freshman year, along with Stefano Andrino and Fabian Rodriguez. They've shown nothing but determination for this team as well as the rest of the athletes on it. We want to give a huge shout out to all of them for taking the Leiden name and representing it with all their efforts.
This season is going to be tough to get over, not just the fact that we didn't maybe go as far as we thought we should have, but 16 seniors are going to graduate. 3 of them I've had up on varsity since freshman. 4 of them I've had up on varsity since a sophomore. So it's going to be real strange for me next year to look at a team and not see a lot of the faces that I've seen for the last 4 years.
I see myself playing college. I don't know where yet though, but I do see playing college soccer.
I'm committed to Aurora University and will be playing my next 4 years at D3. Should we be selfish or not?
I don't know.
I got 2. So, first one was beating Morden to go back-to-back in conference here at home. We hadn't done that in a long time. I don't think as long as Valentes was coach, they ever beat Morden here. And to do it on the grass field before they changed it to turf, it meant a lot. And my second favorite one was my goal in the sectional final. It was a banger. It was really good.
My highlight of the season was also the Morden game. Freshman year, I remember losing 6-1. That was his biggest loss and my biggest loss, and he just knew we were going to get the win.
This year was definitely a special one for the senior boys as they won the regionals against Niles Notre Dame, conference against Morton, and the St. Charles tournament against West Chicago. Here we have them telling their side of how things felt to them with their season coming to an end.
Just seeing the successes that the kids have had. Christian got to shoot the walk-off PK to beat Morton at home in front of all the fans, and the team and the players that were able to just make that run across the field to celebrate. Just seeing all of these kids' successes come together as a team was just awesome.
The result doesn't define what this team, how special this team is.
Definitely special for everyone, the memories and the last time playing with each other, and just it was just family.
If this year has taught these boys anything, is determination, and that once you put your mind to something and fight for it, you will make it far. For WLTV, this is Maddie Medrano.
What a season they had. Our soccer team truly gave it their all, and we couldn't be prouder of their hard work and accomplishments.
With so many incredible moments already, we're excited to see what's still to come and look forward to making this year unforgettable.
Now that we've reached our limit, it's time for Meet Me in a Minute. But before we go, we'd like to thank you all for joining us on this episode, Eagles.
We'll see you next week, and good luck to everyone who's taking part in events and games this weekend. And remember,
Go Eagles!
Diabura, student at Leiden. My favorite sports team is the Packers. My favorite artist is Playboy Cardi. The crying emoji. I'll be a bear. That I broke a vase and I just hid it from them and they never found out.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
A police officer. Cool and all that.
What's your least favorite thing about life?
The phone rule, man. I just don't like. I just want to use my phone.
What is your favorite thing about life?
The teachers, they're really cool and all that.
What's your